Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Star Wars The Old Republic Jedi Knight Edition. Now, when we left off, we had arrived on Voss with Sergeant Rusk by our side, and he seems to be a rather capable companion so far. Now, we have arrived at the Voss supply camp, and as we can see, we have a very small tent with which to conduct our meeting.
I'm here. Ready to enter the Shrine of Healing and stop Lord Fulminus?
I cannot. The shrine is forbidden to me. Make the pilgrimage alone. The Guardians will open the shrine.
Hopefully this won't take long.
We will speak when you return from the shrine.
Okay. I traveled that far for literally 10 seconds of conversation. And now I have... Oh, yeah. Oh, you are grinding my gears right now. Oh, yes, you are. Voss is testing me, as it always does. Okay, so we have traveled to the Shrine of Healing, and as you can see, it actually has some very nice ambient lighting here, but the main thing we are considering here is entering the inner sanctum and making our way down into the depths and hopefully finding what we seek. As we can see, we have a guardian of the inner sanctum. We will have to answer questions.
Outsider. The mystic Vaelendar told us you would come. You may enter the inner sanctum of the shrine.
Did he say anything else about me?
Only that you may enter.
I'm going in.
Enter.
Okay. That was a very strange conversation, because he literally said, "You can enter," and then I said, "I'm going in," and then he said, "Enter." Okay. I think there might be a bit of a communication issue there, but nevertheless, let's go in.
Monsters! Demons! Nightmare creatures come to feed on our flesh!
Oh, that's not good. That is the work of Lord Fulminus once again, isn't it? He is a fiend. An absolute fiend for causing such hallucinations in healers and beings of, well, healing. So, yeah, that's pretty bad, isn't it? That is pretty bad. But we are now going to the main chamber, and what do we have here? What is that? Appears to be some kind of damage. Well, I'm sure we will find out once we investigate the Sacred Obelisk.
End your slaughter. We will not harm you.
Who are you?
Ancient mystics of Voss, bound to the shrine for eternity. Wisdom endures through us.
We taught Fulminus the healing ritual. He perverted it.
Corrupted, it rips open the mind. Violence and slaughter are unleashed.
Can't you sense the darkness in Fulminus? Couldn't you see he was going to use this knowledge against you?
We were bound to help him. It was decreed by the mystic. A mystic is never wrong.
Vaelendar left a message in the corner.
How come this hollow won't activate?
Take it to Talaray.
What's with all the clues? Is the mystic playing some sort of game?
Our task is done.
Oh, okay. Now, there's one thing about one of the voices of those spirits, and if any of you have seen the Trooper series that I created, then you will know that that seems to be the voice of General Garza, if you can believe it. Oh, yes. Oh, well. Okay. They seem to be branching out slightly now. Okay, so we're going to be heading back to the Pilgrim Retreat. I'm a little bit dubious about heading back because there doesn't appear to be a quick travel point in the Shrine of Healing itself. So if we have to come back here, we are going to be out of luck. But we have now returned, and hopefully we'll be heading elsewhere and advancing the plot somewhat, because right now I don't really want to go back to the Shrine of Healing, if I can be honest. Oh, and here... Oh, hello there. There appears to be a Commander Fraken Nal. Okay.
Outsider, I am Commander Fraken Nal. Talaray told me your mission.
It's worse than we thought. Fulminus used a Sith ritual to drive his apprentices insane. At the shrine, he learned a technique to make it even more powerful.
This is known. We have reports. You killed the priests at the Shrine of Healing.
They attacked me. I had no choice.
We do not blame you. You walk the path of Valendar's vision.
The Sith could be twisting Valendar's visions to his own dark purpose.
The truth of the mystics cannot be bent.
In time, all will be clear.
Valandar left a message behind. It's coded, so only you can play it.
Outsider, your mission is done. Go now.
Wait. He helped us. We may need help again.
Talaray, know my vision. Lord Fulminus in a dark cave. Strange symbols adorn the walls. A corrupted ritual unleashes a plague of madness that drowns Voss in blood. You and the Jedi stand with us. Against him. Meet us in the Nightmare Lands. The Dark Heart.
The Dark Heart. Let's go as soon as possible.
The Dark Heart is hidden. We have no maps. The Voss shun the Nightmare Lands.
The Ghormach know the Nightmare Lands. The Ghormach King has maps.
I thought they were primitive savages living in small, warring tribes.
The Ghormach King explored the Nightmare Lands. It made him strong. Now many tribes follow him.
Scouts, watch the Ghormach. I will speak with them. Wait here, outsider.
Fraken Nal is right to be cautious. Ghormach are dangerous. They killed my husband.
Was your husband a commando too?
He was. He died serving the will of the mystics.
I'd like to hear how he died.
Valandar had a vision. He sent my husband to Ghormach, alone. There he met his fate. He challenged the Ghormach King to a duel. The king refused. 100 Ghormach warriors fell on him. 20 died before he fell. The king sent my husband's head back to Voss Ka, just as Valandar foresaw.
Why would someone throw his life away like that?
His death was honored in song. Poems were written, many were inspired. The commando ranks swelled. I enlisted. Now I protect Valandar.
If your husband hadn't died, you wouldn't be here to help me stop Fulminus.
Talaray, outsider, I have spoken with the scouts. The maps are in the king's vault at Ghormach. The vault is unassailable. An army of Ghormach protect it.
Commandos entering Ghormach territory would draw them away, thin their numbers.
Commander, send your troops into Ghormach territory as a distraction. That will give me a chance to get into the vault and steal those maps.
Valandar has decreed you must go to the Dark Heart. I must heed his words. Talaray will lead a squad of commandos against the Ghormach. You will infiltrate the king's vault at Ghormach.
You better not screw this up.
I will assemble the squad. Talaray, explain the details.
The vault is protected by an impregnable shield. Shield generators are scattered through Ghormach. Find all the generators protecting the king's vault. Destroy them. We will speak when it is done.
Oh, okay. Well, that seems very familiar. Do you notice a running theme? Yes, the running theme to disable 3 things is upon us once again. Apparently the number 3, or 3 things, is a very apparent symbol in the Jedi Knight story. Well, yes, now most of our conversation choices there were mostly in character, I'd say, but the last one there, that was to see what Sergeant Rusk is all about, because I have yet to truly unlock and find out his true meanings and the various things that he likes and dislikes. So, yes, there is that. Also, whenever I make a decision, do bear in mind that the conversations themselves do not necessarily represent the accurate statement that you would otherwise make when you select the option in question. So, yes, just do bear that in mind. And also, if I do select a wrong option, or shall we say quote-unquote wrong, most of them are not wrong and most of them are not right. It's just a matter of preference, I'd say. But if I do select something that is not appropriate, or whatever the case may be, I do know that you can press escape to get out of it, but why would I do that? It's just going to completely destroy the atmosphere, and indeed it's going to destroy the organic nature of the game. So I just thought I'd clear that up, and I guess we're going to be heading on a speeder towards the Vault of the Ghormach King. Rawr. Okay, so I've fought through hundreds, if not thousands of Ghormach... No, it was just about 20 of them, but the fact is that the stories will tell of how the Jedi destroyed thousands of Ghormach to reach these shield generators, and finally we've reached the third one. So, let's do it. There we go. Fantastic. Now we have a holo communicator call, which I hopefully will not get ambushed after I've finished up here.
I've destroyed all the generators. The shields around the King's Vault are down.
We suffered many casualties. We will occupy the Ghormach as long as possible.
How long can you last?
Long enough. We will not let the Ghormach send reinforcements.
Don't throw your lives away.
We will begin a fighting retreat. Get the maps. Rendezvous at the Voss camp on the border of the Nightmare Lands.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I was a little bit in two minds about saying any of the options there, to be honest, because I thought to myself, well, yeah, I know that Sergeant Rusk is all about duty, and he does not care whether his squad loses their lives or anyone loses their lives, because basically he thinks of soldiers as resources. And that is actually a very practical way of looking at things, but in general, that is very callous. So I'm not entirely sure I really want to go that far, but obviously, well, we're playing the Grey Jedi, and, well, if that means sacrificing some people, then we will do that to save the greater good, to further the cause, I guess. But throwing lives away needlessly? Probably not the thing we're going to be doing. So, oh, hello. We know power guards. Ah, yes, we stopped some power guards on Nar Shaddaa, I think. Ah, maybe it appears they're already here as well, or maybe they just reused the name. It's more likely that, yes. More likely that. So, we're going to be fighting through a couple of thousand Ghormach. Oh, wow, yes, a couple of 100,000 by the looks of things. Yes, as we can see. We also need to destroy some firebombers. Okay, I'll be doing that. Okay, so we have arrived at the inner vault, and we are going to be heading on into the phase. Now, we are, of course, going to be taking on these firebombers. I eliminated every single one of the other units that we had to, and now we will be taking out the firebombers themselves. Obviously, we only have 2 remaining. It's actually not that bad. They don't actually seem that difficult, but hello there. We appear to have a Ghormach Guardian, which appears to be a Varanticus of sorts. I really would like to... Oh.
I can hear you in my head. How are you doing that? I've already killed more Ghormach than I can count. A few more won't matter.
Oh, well, I don't particularly want to be eaten by you, thank you very much. Oh, and hello, Firebomber. Oh, yes, this is exactly the person I wanted to attack beforehand. Ah, yes, of course. Okay, so, let's do this. Let's take this guy out, and then hopefully we'll be able to... yes, there's one over there. Thank you. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Hopefully we'll be able to kill these 2 before we actually take on the huge Ghormach Guardian in the center of the room. And yes, come on, eliminate him. Eliminate him. Thank you very much, Rusk. And now let us charge in. Let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to use my healing ability here, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. Or at least I hope it is. Otherwise, this corrupted Ghormach unit over here is really just going to die instantly. Wow, that is pretty impressive. Okay, so what is this guy going to actually do? What is he doing right now? Not much, actually. He seemed to just, I don't know, get stunned or something. I guess maybe Rusk stunned him? Maybe that was the case. So, let us recover the map. Oh, okay. I actually thought there was going to be a cutscene there or something, but okay, apparently not. So, rendezvous with Tala Ray. That is where we need to go. Oh my, it's all the way over there. Okay, I'll see you when we get a little bit closer then. Okay, so we've arrived next to the rendezvous with Tala Ray, and I've got to say, I'm not incredibly happy with how things are going with the Voss right now. They seem to be very concerned with rescuing their mystic, which of course is perfectly fine, because he is a, well, a sacred figure in their society, but I would, well, I suppose it's their prerogative how many units they want to sacrifice, but, well, me personally, I would have gone about it a little bit differently, as well as Sergeant Rusk, no doubt, yes, and he wants to speak to us on the ship too.
I have the maps. These should help us find the Dark Heart so we can stop Lord Fulminus.
You ordered my squad to retreat, braved the Ghormach reinforcements. We owe you our lives.
I wasn't alone. You risked your lives to help me. I appreciate that.
Gracious, and a great warrior, you killed many Ghormach, like my husband. You remind me of him. Strong, fierce, an instrument of mystic will. Behold, the patron of glory. Eyes afire with righteous might. Skin bathed in the warm blood of the enemy. Witness the glory and blazing fury.
From the way you normally talk, I would have never guessed your species could be so expressive.
We know great depth of emotion. We reveal true feelings through poetry. This verse honors my husband. Many songs were written celebrating his death.
Can you recite another verse?
His wrath rains down like fire from above. Bodies encircle him like a pyre. His hand never falters. His courage never wanes. As the hordes overwhelm him, his last thoughts turn to his true love. He feels no fear, no pain. The chill of death cannot cool his passion. The hero burns eternal. Sounds better in Voss. Basic lacks nuance.
Thank you for sharing that with me.
You are welcome. We must go. Valendah waits for us. The maps reveal the location described in Valendah's vision. We confront Lord Fulminus there. The Dark Heart crawls with predators. We split up. Small groups draw less attention.
A creature at the Ghormach Vault spoke to me. It said it was created in the Dark Heart by a being called Sel Makor.
I do not know the name. Valendah made no mention of this entity. Sel Makor is not our concern. I will mark the chamber on your map. Meet there. Valendah has foreseen it.
Oh, did you notice something there? When we complimented her poetry, she stumbled a little bit over her words. Ah, well, there is that, isn't there? Ah, yes. Okay, so, we now have the ritual chamber to head over to, but we will be doing that in the next episode. Visions of Light and Darkness. Ah, well, Light and Darkness is certainly something I am very familiar with. Oh, yes. Self-references as well as references to other things. So, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.